everyone for another Neo Chats of this 2022. As we continue to reflect on the previous year, I want to bring an open question here, and I know one of the members of our audience, Christian Eamon, if you're actually hearing this, I think you will be happy. This question is one you actually asked in our community, and we're willing to address this today. So the question is, what have been the personal learnings and how has this been reflected in our personalities or even taken in our professional selves if we are dissociating those two alter egos? Anyone wants to add anything here?
Yes, Ali, me. So yeah, I want to start to say that this year, 2021, was those moments in life when you feel that you die and reborn in every aspect. So I don't know, for example, if it ever happened to you that you started everything all in your life for the first time. So new city, new country, new job, new master, new languages, a lot of things in your life all together at once. Well, that was 2021 for me. So yeah, on a personal and professional level, I had to adapt to the rhythm of the world, which has definitely changed. And I had to learn many things, but it's even more important for me in this year to unlearn things because, so for example, the last year before the pandemic, we know a way to, for example, to work in person or in some cases remote, but another way to do the relations with persons. But this year for me was unlearn all these things and learn better things in my life. So yeah, what I learned this year is that I am and we are able to start over and over again with more strength, energy, and empathy. So yeah, this year was the year to start over again. How many times that we need.
I really like those three keywords you're mentioning at the end, but I'm sure anyone else around has something else to say. Sole, I see you're excited.
I was about to say something. No, I wanted to connect with what Ash said at the very beginning about dying and reborning, and I really like she brought me a memory of that feeling that I've lived a few years ago now, but I remember how you feel in those moments where you're actually leaving everything behind. You are about to jump into something that you don't know, and it's very scary, but also extremely exciting at the same time. And it's amazing once you actually realized that you can do it and you are the owner of those decisions, right? So once you actually acquire and it becomes something that you are aware of, I think it's one of the biggest growth that we can have in our life, and that's something that no one will be able to take away from you. So I'm really happy that for you, Ash, it was this year that you reborn and that you're feeling so good now. For me, 2021 was a bit different. Personally, yes, somehow I had to restart as well. But coming from 2020, where all of us, I think we were all trained by the start of the pandemic, where we all learned about so many things that we were not used to. For me, 2021 somehow was kind of a continuation of what we have lived already in 2020. What was new for me in 2021 on a professional level, it was actually seeing and leading this team that is growing, learning to rely on my teammates, which is something that I have to be honest, I was I was not used to it. I was very focused on doing everything by myself, but it's really something unique for me, and makes you feel very stronger, actually, knowing that you are not alone and you have people around you that you can trust and you can rely on. So for me, in that sense, it has been really a new year, and I hope this is it's just a beginning for to 2022 even better. And in this case, Sarah was actually the new team member. So I would like to know how Sarah had lived this 2021.
Thank you, Sole. Um, so yeah, basically, I never thought I would work remotely as I do now with you all. I come from hospitality sector, so I was even last year when a lot of companies were switching to work from home online. I was like, no, I will never do that. That's not for me. But this year, for sure, have shown me that I can do it, and it was hard. It was challenging for sure. It's still challenging some days, but with all the support of Neo team, it has been much easier, and it really feels like a family. And I must say that it really I understand more. Like, I always thought that purpose and community in a workplace was very important, but I maybe never experienced it so yes, in such a good way. But now I am experiencing it with you guys, and I really just give me an approval that yes, it is so important, and I want to be in a company which has this like bigger purpose, and that the community is real, and it's not only just a um, thing that you just say, but it is there. So thank you so much for everything. And yeah, for basically this year, even before starting Neo, I need to believe more in myself. For sure, this year showed me that I need to believe in myself, and also I need to be more selective with people that I surround myself with. So I will bring everything I have learned in 2021 to this new year, and it will hopefully be even better. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you.
Wow, Sarah, thank you. I think that's great for a first year or latest year with us. You're bringing me some inspiration here on few learnings also from a professional perspective on my end. And this applies to leading teams, and it connects also with what Sole was mentioning before. And a little bit also as to what Ash you said in terms of those aha moments or those learning experiences where I thought leading teams was supposed to be in a certain way. And of course, that's the kind of idea you have in mind. But in reality, I experienced something very powerful this year, and I get to laugh about it, but it's quite a powerful thing that has happened, is that I've spent maybe most of the year 2021 when I say like playing the psychologist role or the firefighter. And as crazy or as surprising as it can sound, this is also something that I've learned throughout this year, and it's even more in roles where you have to reach targets. That's certainly something that we cannot like leave aside, because what's happening is that we maybe didn't understand that when you actually push people talking about numbers, like we need to reach this number, this number, this number, you're absolutely forgetting their environment. And their actual environment is even more important nowadays with the pandemic. So my learning process there was to understand that small talk that in my head was a lack of productivity is actually something that in this year has been extremely powerful, not because of pretending that, oh, we're having a conversation to actually get started. No, actually the opposite. That piece of conversation, call it the weather, what's happening at your house, whatever, that actually is telling you how that person is feeling, and focusing on the soft part instead of the hard part. That's what, in my opinion, and from the learnings I've had in 2021, has been the best. Because the more you keep pushing people for numbers, but you completely forget the personal side, I mean, we're only human and we're going to break, right? So instead, focusing on how have you been? Maybe there's something bothering you at home. How's your family? Can I help you with this or that? And maybe be more flexible on that end. Automatically, that person would actually be more productive, because you're being you're being given attention, people are listening to you, you're being given more importance, etc., etc. And that for me was a big learning of this year. And to see it both in our internal team members and at our clients has been something very unique in 2021. And one more thing that I would call the highlight of the year was the moment where we all met in Barcelona. And I think that also was a big learning for me. And yeah, Neo was created from scratch, being remote. But at the same time, this is very important to take into account, that those moments together, whether it's 1 week, 5 days, 2 days, those ones where we are physically in the same space, those are just amazing experiences together, and that keep being built and rewatched in my head. And that also happened with our clients that we got to see this year. For some of them, we had passed more than 1 year, a year and a half without seeing each other. Some others, we were working together for a year without even knowing each other, and seeing those faces, having meals together, laughing, seeing what's behind that mask, or how is that person that you only see on a camera. Those interactions were for me big learnings of 2021. And I can't wait to meet again in person with all of you and our clients. So I think that's it for now. Thank you. This has been very enriching and very insightful as well. For now, I think we can stop our Neo chats here. And once again, we hope the community also share their learnings for 2021 or their plans for 2022. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.